Namaste Galaxy Seeds, and welcome back to my channel, IndigoAngel. Welcome if you're new, and if you're returning, go ahead and put a like on the video as you come on in, and don't forget to hit the notifications bell to continue to receive my messages. So today I have a galactic energy update for the Pleiadian Starseed. We have a full moon on April 7th and 8th. This is considered a pink full moon. We also have the Atlas Comet. That I've been receiving word is a messenger from Laniakea, as it was discovered in Hawaii. And so anything that comes from Hawaii, I'm not saying that the comet came from Hawaii, but any transmissions or messages that come from Hawaii is a good indicator that the messenger itself has ties to Laniakea. Also, this comet is going to be getting brighter and brighter as it continues to flow through. I believe it's going through Ursa Major, the Little Dipper, so Polaris and Perseus. So it's definitely illuminating those star nations, those galactic nations and collectives that are connected to that asteroid. So there's going to be a lot of truth revealed in terms of the mythology that is connected to those star systems. And so expect to see more revelations, particularly within the Draconic Collective and the Orion Collective. These are hot spots right now in terms of collective reality fields and what's playing out on the Earth. I have brought forth a lot of information about the 5D wars that usually is transmitted through the Pleiadian Council, as we are going through a ton of ideological battles in terms of fights over falsifying ideas and sciences of ideas and the imagined existence of ideas and all of the relative conditions of existences. So lots always playing out there. All is more constantly being revealed within those Pleiadian density structures. I've talked about this in plenty of my previous Pleiadian Starseed origin readings. In terms of current news though, mostly we have the Arcturians that are bringing forth the preparation for the pole shift reality fields. So a lot's going on with that. A lot are being prepared for this in terms of the planetary staff, the planetary pillar, and being activated to basically being able to turn upside down in your energy body without physically flipping upside down in your body. So in terms of blood types and planetary dominion and rule and patriarchal structures and just basically the grid networks and how everything's interconnecting on a geographical level in terms of the crystal grids and the matrix systems. All of this is kind of being flipped upside down right now. So there are larger portions of the collective that are now awakening to these reality fields that are starting to experience pole shift reality fields. So that's a big one for Pleiadian starseeds. Also, I want to get back to the comet as well. So Atlas, the Comet Atlas, it's interesting. Comets are messengers. So on a spiritual level, on a galactic level, they bring forth a message, particularly if they are similar to previous orbits. So Atlas is in orbit. It's an identical orbit to the Great Comet of 1844 and also identical to the comet resembled in 1556. And both of these messengers were called the Cape of Good Hope. And so it's kind of this way of saying that like hope, revealing truth, revelation, all of this is on its way. And so all of this is kind of coming through this Pleiadian energy as this gamma plasma radiation is amplified through the Comet Atlas. And so Pleiadians will be expressing a lot of this. Pleiadians hit this information first a lot of times because they are so empathic, so psychic, and so in tuned to the gamma plasma radiation that they bring forth a lot of those fifth density, fifth dimensional reality field revelations first. So I always say keep an eye on Pleiades. If you want to be receiving what's going on astrologically, planetarily, collectively first, pay attention to Pleiadian structures and Pleiadian encryption. So we have the comet coming. This is revealing more of this collective exposure to the shift of planetary power structures because of the particular star systems that they're coming through, highlighting and illuminating, like I said, a lot of that draconic energy. So more and more are having collective awakenings, more and more are becoming informed. This is then in turn creating a planetary safety seal. Planetary safety seals protect the Earth's portals and stargates from further fallen agendas and things of that nature. So basically now is the time to educate yourself about power structures on the planet and all of the radical changes that are becoming the norm. New strongholds on planetary Stargate sites, meaning new galactic sovereign nations will be taking over sites. And rulerships. Okay, so we have the Draconic Collective that strongholds Stargate 4, Giza, Egypt. So we're going to have occult Stargate nations rising up from subharmonic and lower density fields of realities and birthing from unconscious collective fields to help clear distortions and help clear more of the chaos that circulates within the satanic static of those density fields. So more of that's coming up. We're also going to be having major number 5 codes. Okay, so all pentagonal cycles are activating, whether that's biological or planetary. Okay, so everything in accordance to that, recalibrating. There's also a lot of Syrian encryptions coming through. The 5 Stargate goddess locations on planet Earth, those are activating. Like I said, anything pentagonal. We're having transformation of pi ratios and golden proportions and the understanding of these crystal spirals. More is coming up with the development of these as the crystal golden spiral represents and emanates, several spirals emanating out like a staircase of nodal reality fields flowing in and out. So there's going to be a lot of transformation within those reality fields. We're having more transformation of universal laws. There's a lot more awareness of their non-existence. And so universal principles of our harmony are reshifting. We're having cosmic molecular restructuring of water. We're having complete shift in contemporary science and millenniarism. That's a big one. And then also we have the Venus bacteriology that's coming through. So Venus is known to be a planet of bacteria, and it is under a 104-year cycle. We're 19 years into this. We have 85 more years under this particular Mayan revelation of Venus. And so this will be in the force of the Quetzalcoatl prophecy and the manifestation of the 13 heavens and the 9 hells. So we are actually going through a major, major rebirth of Venus at this time. And Venus spends time in the creational realms. Venus also spends time in the underworld. So this also might be a reason why we're having more collective exodus. And so, it's a rebirth of Venus that's happening. And so Venus comes in and is known for collective exoduses. So just know that it's all a part of divine astrological plan, and that this Comet ATLAS is bringing forth some good hope. So just know that a lot of this is about to clear. And as we get into the summer months, more and more, we're going to see the collective shifting into a much higher vibration. Okay, guys, so I'm going to get into the Pleiadian reading, and I love you guys so much. Okay, Pleiadian Starseeds, so welcome to your reading. We have the Two of Swords, so there's, this is actually in terms of degree markers. The Two of Swords would represent an opposition to Pleiades, so it is confirmation that the Pleiadian Stargate Nation is coming through for this reading. With the Two of Swords, it does have a little bit of an Arcturian quality as well, so there's a little bit of a Libra triplicity in terms of the energy. So a lot of Libran energy can actually be quarrelsome. It can be argumentative. It can be about two people being a little bit rigid, two sides locked in a battle. There's been a little bit of room for forgiveness. You may be in the thick of something with a divine contract, soul contract, where you're kind of locked in a battle, so to speak. You might be feeling that you are kind of stuck. It's really just about trying to rebalance your energy, and maybe a little bit of refusal of looking at the problem at hand. Therefore, you might be avoiding making a decision. So this could be another reason too why, the Libran energy is very indecisive. So there's some indecision at play. It's about looking at things in a very polar way as well. So you're seeing things as light and dark, me versus them, maybe a little bit of victimizer mentality playing out. So it's just, you know, bringing some relative awareness to that in terms of global things that are happening with the world as well. So feeling a little stuck, maybe just feeling like your energy is just stuck, needing to kind of possibly just get out and have a good time. I also see this though as a situation is resolving, because there is a sense of coming home. So you do feel like you are going home. You do feel that you are connecting with your galactic family. It's like you're having a reunion. So you're definitely tuning more into the home, you know, being at home. And I know this is just general in the sense that everybody's at home now. Everybody's, you know, quarantined at this time, but you are feeling a sense of community and you are celebrating just being able to be at home. And so some of this quarrelsome energy could just be related to just simply being, you know, locked at home with your family and having to work through some of the things at home that maybe you weren't facing before. So you're just having to look at current things that are playing out within the home. There's been a resurging of creativity. So you've kind of taken a step back and have started to focus on the creative energy and your co-creatorship with manifestation, your co-creatorship with your reality. And there's a lot of masculine energy coming through. You're very sensitive to the new waves of information that's coming through in terms of galactic energy, very dialed into the astrology and the current Comet ATLAS that's coming through. You're feeling this fire of new hope. You're feeling the flames of resolution ignite, and you're also feeling the uncertainty burn away. So there's this clearing coming through in terms of your connection with Venus right now, because Venus is relatively in conjunct with Pleiades at this time. And so you are, you know, transmitting a lot of this information through Venus. So a lot of passion may have become ignited. I'm also sensing a divine feminine collective here that is really tuning into her sensuality, her sexuality, the fertility goddess. There's a lot that's kind of presenting through this newfound rebirthing of Venus that the Pleiadians are bringing through. There's also this great healing that's coming through. There's also space for new growth to start being fruitful, so new planting of seeds. There's also a burning away of abuse of power, and this is coming through the Pleiadians as well. So the Pleiadians right now are transmitting to Nibiru. So the Niburian energy is being channeled and transmitted right now through Pleiades. A lot of you Pleiadian Starseeds are probably picking up on this energy and channeling this Niburian energy. This is what's uprising up against the hierarchy of the Draconian collective. So this interdimensional warfare that really was playing out over the last couple months was an interdimensional battle between Draco collective, Pleiadian Draco collective, and Pleiadian Niburian collective. Ultimately, this is kind of the thick of this on a galactic scale. So many Dracos, many Pleiadians have been kind of, I think I mentioned this in another update that I put out where they were going off in sleep time to kind of deal with some of this warfare on a higher collective soul level, on a higher collective soul group level. A lot of that is kind of coming to an end at this time. A lot of the final conflict dramas are kind of coming to an end. So there's this new rebirthing of this new Venusian energy that the Pleiadians are bringing through. So it's interesting. We have the Two of Swords twice. So it's really expressing that there's a major argument going on, and this could very much be as it plays out in your individual biological reality field of your third dimensional expression. This is also playing out on that cosmic level, and so this is really showing that cross section that's also being upheld by the Arcturians, but also there's this insurgence of Syrian energy as well. So as all of this planetary, viral mutation takes place in terms of evolving the species from a galactic level into an aquatic species, because that's the overall picture ultimately, is where are we going, in the future, because it's all simultaneously expanding and contracting together. The time waves are all simultaneously merging, and we're all reflecting these reality fields, past, present, and future within this expression. So we're at this cross section that these Arcturian is holding up with the pillar and the staff and the planetary pole shift that's coming through. There's this energy that's blocked and is at a head. So as you may experience this internally in your own family dynamics, where you're at kind of a cross war with others, because you're battling genetics. Genetics are coming to a head. And this is playing out within the Pleiadian collective, as they are the ones that are, you know, working through these 5D wars and all of the distortions of Christ and all of the full transparency of all of the Templar quests and all of the holocausts and all of the rebellions and all of the cultism and all of the distortions and illusions. Like, this is all coming to a crosshair in the Pleiadian collective, and it's all being exposed, particularly as this Venusian alignment really activates this energy within the Pleiadian collective. All spiritual warfare, all of the art of spiritual warfare is essentially developed in the fifth density structures, in the Pleiadian hosts, so to speak, as Pleiadians have been infiltrated by the Draconian collective. So everything is kind of at this crosshair in terms of bringing through all of this major historical, contemporary, human, cosmic, galactic knowledge. But essentially, these are, like I said, these are battles over ideologies. These are battles over science. These are battles over speech, expression, technology, information, freedom, and now the biology. Our biological structures are under this warfare as well because of, you know, vaccination programs, nanotechnology, bacterial nanotechnology development, and patents of viruses and mutations and all of these things that are happening. We're at this cross section. So this is very much representing this blocked energy. Pleiadians are the most experienced collective within the human oversoul, within the collective human oversoul on the planet. So it only makes sense that this energy would be really locked in battle here. So a lot of clearing, a lot of healing, a lot of intention should be focused here within this Pleiadian collective. Like I said, they're really connecting into the fertility goddess, this Venusian energy. We have the Queen of Cups. We have this pregnant woman here. So I've also been picking up, there's a lot of spiritual pregnancy symptoms that are coming through, and also rebirthing. So labor pains. Some might be physically experiencing labor pains. Also, picking up that not only are the Pleiadians, particular the Pleiadian Niburian, were initiating the planetary shields through Atlas, but they were also transmitting from Stonehenge. So I was picking up that Stonehenge was basically reforming the crystal grids. So this was something that I was supposed to talk to you guys about, but essentially has to do more with the Venusian bacteriology that's coming through. But it's where the reptilian class is unable to see fourth density. There are portions of the reptilian class that are unable to see fourth density. So part of these Zeta Hybrids they have like cataracts right now. So they can't see certain things, and there's been a decline in this species. And because of this, there's been this opening or this portal within the geodotic points in the planet, which are like softer spots in the planet where more quantum energy is having more flow. I don't know why this is coming up right now. Sorry about it. It has to do with this card as well. The Knight of Wands, because it's about departure and it's about breaking, and it's about postponement. So it's been like there's been less contact because they aren't necessarily chosen ones from the higher mission. And so there's just been this reacquaintance because of this break that the Niburians have been able to come in and assist with this recalibration, essentially. And so the Pleiadians are bringing a lot of this forth. We have the star, and this is a lot of Aquarian energy here. This is a lot of aquatic energy. This a woman, you can see her, she's naked. There's literally like, it looks like breast milk is coming out of her breast. This coincides with a lot of those pregnancy symptoms. The womb, the planetary womb is awakenings, the cosmic womb. So Pleiadian Starseeds, divine feminines, will be bringing through transmissions through their wombs. So that's why I keep getting back to this contraction, because I keep seeing the cosmic womb expanding and contracting, and it's expediting the vision of this inside of the divine feminine collective. And so they're just channeling through this Venusian rebirth. You might be lactating, and masculines, I know you might not resonate with this, but this is a part of your mythology as well, because we are your divine mirrors. And on a collective level, the Pleiadians are bringing forth this birth, so to speak, of this new revelation and this new combative, like, blocked energy that needs to clear in accordance to what the Niburians are trying to establish through the Pleiadian Council. And you can see here we have the Six of Wands. So it is representing, more victory in the terms of what the Pleiadian Niburian are trying to accomplish on the planet. So there are, multiple different agendas in terms of planetary dominion. The Niburians have the oldest account of this, and so they would essentially trump in terms of formations of the Milky Way, in terms of the creation of the galaxy, in terms of creation of the Earth and the sun and the moon and all of the things that have come together for the planetary federation. And so they will essentially be more triumphant. So the Pleiadian Niburians are assisting with this. Also, it's kind of just saying on a more of a biological reality field in terms of your personal experience, that whatever you're pursuing, hard work is paying off. You're gonna, all of your stamina, your tenacity, your strong determination, all of your efforts to protect nature, protect people's ideas, protect your ideas, protect your family, that you are going to be able to resist these forces, whether that's sickness, coronavirus. It's showing that there is definitely a divine collective nation that's supporting your success at this time. So there's going to be a lot of victory in overcoming all of the things that have happened within the last month or two collectively. And the Pleiadians have, they have a huge role in the overall collaborative energy of success, and also patience, and the repression and the oppression that we've all kind of gone through. This is all going to slowly fade away. It's also representing a period of transition, so we're definitely moving away from this. And there's a sense of sadness, like we're leaving things behind, but there's also this anticipation for the journey forward, and so we're just looking forward. But also there's been some delays, so we're kind of getting caught up in things, but it's on a personal level, it's just been refusal to basically take action. But we've been kind of locked in a space where we can't really take action because of the quarantine. So overall, it's just basically saying to acknowledge the blocked energy, and then be aware of the planetary stewardship or studship that's taking place in terms of galactic nations that are kind of at crosshairs at this time. Pleiadian on the level of 5D wars, you are managing this warfare in terms of that, on a spiritual level, but in terms of a higher galactic national realm, that you are bringing forth the change, bringing forth the light, bringing forth the rebirth that's going to be coming through this Venusian energy. Okay, guys, so I love you so much. Namaste, Pleiadians. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. This is the reading for April, and namaste. I will see you in May for Pleiadian Starseed. If you would like a Starseed origin reading, you can go to IndigoAngel222.com. I also have Advanced Avatar Master Practices, which is an interactive visualization session. It's one of the best sessions that I honestly have for the most benefit in terms of consciousness expansion. Very, very informative in terms of morphogenetic structures. I'd love to share this session with you. I also do J-Seal removal sessions. You can find all of this at IndigoAngel222.com.